All right, who's ready for some D&D? Woo! Some of you are fresh from your time in Sourberry. You not only won the infamous Sourberry pie eating competition champion, still wearing the sashes proudly. You not only won, you also vanquished a Sourberry slime. And some of you uncovered a bit of a mystery that might be afoot regarding the Sourberry Festival's saboteurs. You have been requested to join Babs and the gang, including Sativa for Danny's little crush, to help look out for the saboteurs, since Babs wants to host the fishing competition, which would be a catch and cook fishing competition in Cozy Cove. She wants to make sure that the Sourberry saboteurs don't strike again. So she's invited you to all come to Cozy Cove, hang out, do some quests, and help her prepare for the festival. Madrigal was also at the festival. You guys may or may not have seen the group she was with causing some chaos and ruckus. They actually also fought with some invincible icons. It's actually why the icons were so short on members when you guys did your run through. They would have had more members, but they actually had a few of them taken out by Madrigal's group. Which is how she got her bag of holding. Vibes were not quite right, so she decided, hey, you know what? Cozy Cove seems cozy. I'm gonna head that way myself. Babs and Sativa also had offered Madrigal a room, kind of sensing that things might be a little not as fun. And along the way, Duan, are you, for any particular reason, are you interested in heading to Cozy Cove, or did you happen upon these people for funsies? What works best for your particular style? Or did you swim in because of all the awesome magic and you want to see the fishing competition? You tell me.
I know that she's like in between, like the band that she had been going around with, just finished up their tour. So she's, I think, just kind of was nearby and heard about Cozy Cove and wanted to check it out and see if there's anything she could get into and people to meet and any gigs she could do or music to play and just a new place to check out, I guess.
Right, and you would have actually, would have probably also heard that Cozy Cove just put in a small stage in the corner of their inn. They didn't have one as recently as a week ago. And they've just recently put a stage in, so you're like, hey, might get some coin too, since you tend to be able to pick up jobs wherever. You all find yourselves, you can, in Owlbear you'll see the regional map that we have for Cozy Cove. But I'm gonna change the scene, because look, one does not simply prepare a bunch of maps not to change a scene sporadically. So you guys are actually all in this nice little middle area called the Meeting of the Paths. And this is an area where all the different paths connect and lead to Cozy Cove. You have path to the troll bridge, to some other farmer communities. You're coming from Sourberry. You also have the Gemstone Dungeon to the north, and then of course, you also have the path to Cozy Cove, which you guys note is paved with some nice stones that are covered in a nice gentle moss growing along the stones, and it looks quite cozy indeed as you head down the path to Cozy Cove. It is a very thriving area, bursting of plants and whatnot. Since we do have 2 druids in the group, if you would like to explore the area, you are welcome to. Anyone really is welcome to explore. There are things you're welcome to look at. And if not, you're welcome to continue on the path to Cozy Cove. When all of your tokens are on the words Path to Cozy Cove, I will change the scene and you guys will enter Cozy Cove.
I think Madrigal's gonna give a little wave and be like, hey, wait, no, she has an accent. Hello, oh god, what was it? Whatever, I'll figure it out. But she's gonna wave and kind of introduce herself to you all and be like, can I join you on your journey? Kind of a thing.
Oh, hi, I'm Thistle, and this is Pockets, and this is the Chaos Crew.
Chaos Crew, I love it. I'm Madrigal of the Minnows, but you can just call me Madrigal. What about this crew is chaotic, exactly?
What about this crew ain't chaotic?
Good question.
So as Thistle and everyone's talking, Pockets is just wide-eyed looking at Magical like this.
Oh my god. Madrigal just Madrigal's pretty short, but she crouches down and she's like, and who's this? Oh. Hi there. What's your name?
He's kind of shy, but he does a bow.
Madrigal does a curtsy.
And this was This is Pockets. And he seems to like you.
This is the best day of Magical's life. I think that a deep down desire that she has is just to be liked, specifically by like small creatures. So she's like, oh my god. Hi, Pockets. It's an honor to meet you. You're the best creature I've ever seen. How's it going?
He hands her a little flower that he had picked in the forest.
Magical just like puts it in her hair.
We're headed
Making
to
friends
Cozy
wherever he
Cove.
goes.
Where are you headed?
No, I heard that there was a place called Cozy Cove. Oh, did we lose somebody? We lost Duana.
Yeah.
But Magical is like, I was at the Sourberry Festival, and there were lots of interesting things there. I was there with a party of mine, and it didn't really work out the way that I wanted it to. And heard about Cozy Cove, and I was thinking I might check it out. That's where I'm headed. Where y'all going?
We're going to Cozy Cove too. We just came from the piting contest. We're the champions.
Oh God, honored to be in your presence.
It wasn't that much. We just ate a lot of pie.
It's great. Abby, you're killing me with the puppet.
Is Pockets like having a seizure at our feet? Like,
I'm trying to imagine him being like, his Pockets being like, what are you talking about? We just ate pies. Oh, we ate pies. We had the giant ass wheel with the little bobbing berries. We had the flying pies. We had to climb all the vines and swing across the vines.
but all that's coming out is.
Then he just looks exhausted. He's like, oh. I think Thistle wants to like look around, explore a little bit as we head to Cozy Cove.
Yeah, by all means, you're welcome to wander around. There are a few little things you may or may not notice. You're welcome to use any of your skill checks that you can justify using. Again, justification can't just be it's my highest skill score. But oh wait, we have a message from Julia. Okay. Julia's computer internets are having some issues, and but in the meantime, we'll have their token chilling right here. And you guys are welcome to use any of your skill abilities that you can justify using, like, oh, I want to use nature, soar in nature, or investigate, whatever. But feel free to look around. There are some little things hidden on the map. To be clear, there's things on the map that you, the player, can try to discover. There's also things that you can roll to just discover if you don't want to do all that. So, like, your choices. Amy, quit trying to steal my food. Stop.
I feel like I'm playing I Spy. I'd like to roll a nature check because I'm not good at looking.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a d20.
2 plus 3, 5.
You think you are standing in nature.
There are trees.
There are trees around.
Val goes over to invest by herself, goes through all the trees and sees like this little house off in the corner of it.
There's always one player.
Wants to have a look at it.
There's always one player who will actually zoom in and find it. All right, roll a d20 for me.
Oh god, a 3.
So you do see a little it looks like a little like facade of a tree house, like set into the tree, almost like you know how like we have like decorative fairy doors we'll put into trees. With your 5, it looks like that. And you can't really push past it, but you do notice that there is a little door and a little house structure that's seemingly built into the tree.
I call out to everyone like, hey, come have a look at this. There's a thing here. I can't really tell what it is. I'm touching it, but it's not really doing it.
Wait, you're touching a thing that you just found? What?
It's
Well,
it's a very thingy thing.
And she's touching
high
it.
alpha energy. Can I take a gander and see if I can figure it out? I don't even have my dice out. Oh my god.
How are we gonna play if you don't have your dice out? She says.
Dude,
not having
I am
your dice out
so
here.
scrambled.
Can we all do? Can I do an investigation check or something and see?
Sure.
Can I? Wait, I'm behind them.
What? Wait.
I said I'm behind them. Can I do advantage? Can I help?
Oh yes.
You guys can
20, not nat. 30, 20.
Okay.
Rolled an 18.
Hey, they're back.
Hey.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
No worries. So they all started exploring and looking around, and Vel spotted a facade that looked like a house structure that was almost like fake put into a tree, kind of like fairy doors will get put into trees for decoration. And they are now investigating that door to see what it is, and Madrigal just rolled a dirty 20!
Dirty 20!
Woo, 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 woo! Dirty 20! So Madrigal, with your dirty 20, others are welcome to roll, but I'm gonna proceed with what a dirty 20 tells you. A dirty 20 will tell you that this facade is an anchor point, and you would probably need to make a Arcana check, or someone with Arcana would want to make that check, and you can sense that there's a magic involved, but the spell seems to be centered on this fake facade door. And it seems like it is, in fact, a fake door, but it is a reference point and is anchoring a lot of magic around it. So I would suggest
May I
convey
make
that
an
information
Arcana?
to your... If Magical tells you what she's discovered, yeah.
There seems to be an anchor. She's what Abby said.
Fantastic. It looks like magic. I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Done. All right, let's see. Math 9 and 4 is 13. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
It looks like it is a magic spell. It looks like it is pretty high level magic. It looks, because you didn't roll super high, right? You're getting some information. It looks like it's very high magic, and you see that the facade of the door that is anchoring all this in there, you suspect, because you did roll above a 10 at least, you suspect that it might be hiding other homes. You don't know if it's actual fairy homes, if it's people hiding in the trees. You don't know, but you suspect that this is hiding homes in this plot of trees.
I don't know if we want to mess with this. This kind of looks like I don't know much about fairies, but I don't know if we want to go messing with it because it kind of looks like it might house something that lives out here.
As Danny says that, Thistle kind of walks up with pockets, and they just knock on the door.
Thistle, god damn it!
I'm gonna give Thistle bardic inspiration. Can I do that?
Oh my goodness.
So the scene of events is Thistle walks up, knocks on the door, and Magic goes, bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I'm like, we're doing it. Okay.
Gotcha. So Magic, Thistle, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, please.
11.
I just kind of lean over to Madrigal and be like, this is why we're the Chaos Crew.
You know what? I'm into it. Let's do it.
They just start shit.
You knock on the door, and while it
for
does
the chaos.
sound more door-like than fake door on tree-like, there is no response.
Okay.
Are we really trying to get into this thing?
Yes.
Do y'all
Val,
want
no
to try
fire.
pulling on it? No fire, please.
Can Julia hear us?
No,
Can't
Sammy,
tell.
what are you doing?
Sits back.
What in the hell is that?
What in the hell
Sorry,
are you
pardon me.
guys doing is probably
Ooh.
another good question.
I mean, that's fair. Hello.
Madrigal, that's Sammy. Sammy, Madrigal.
Hi.
Hi.
I see you guys actually won the
Hi.
contest.
You did.
I didn't think you'd win. Good job.
Thanks.
Come on, Danny, did you really think you'd win?
No, I don't really. Never mind. I was going to make a comment, but I won't.
So Sammy, what's your whole vibe? What's this I'm picking up on? What's your deal exactly?
Oh, so you guys made some new friends, I see. Hi, I'm Sammy the Sassy Snail.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
He's
I'm,
quite sassy.
I hang around these parts, dispense advice to those who need it. Like, for example, right now, they're trying to knock on a door. They don't know who lives there.
Do you happen to know who lives here?
No, I'm a snail and I know how to mind my own business. But what are you guys doing? Do you know them? Why are you knocking on their door?
You said them. I thought you didn't know who lived there.
But do you know them?
No?
We're
We're trying to?
just making friends. Sammy.
By the way, fun fact, Zoe does not care for Sammy. Yeah? What? I'll fight you again, bitch. I'll teach you for batting at me. Clawed my nose once. You're probably thinking, how does a snail even have a nose? That's irrelevant. It hurt.
I hear you, bud.
I'm just saying, though, you guys are knocking on doors. You're new to the area. There's a lot of stuff you guys don't know about. You're knocking on doors. What happens if something comes out that you can't handle, huh? Didn't you almost
first
get
of all,
your
that's-
ass kicked by a slime, like, yesterday?
That's rude.
Yeah.
I kicked that thing's ass. I'm sorry, we kicked its ass. Even though I got my ass kicked.
Well, Sammy, it looked like a friendly door. I don't know.
Well, you're welcome to knock if you want to, but I don't know, man. I would be smart about things if I were you.
Can I try an Arcana?
Sure.
Oh, 7.
You think that there is magic afoot.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Danny, you probably don't have as much of an insight as Danny did, but a higher level magic than you can detect for a 7 for sure.
What about, okay, let me know, okay, make a pitch here. Because I have the Phalos background. The thing that I'm thinking, Aries, small, 4, Aries, Phalos, advantage?
Sure, I'll sure.
Okay, thanks.
also
Okay,
listen-
that's a dirty 19.
Dirty 19. It's not quite a dirty 20,
Dirty
but a dirty 19. So a dirty 19. It is a high level arcana. It's not. You do recognize a bit of fey, wild magic, but it's not just fey magic. But you do detect some in it. It seems like since you got a dirty 20 or you got a dirty 19. It seems like there's a few different kinds of magic running through it, including fey magic. You did do a little bit of investigating in the chaos magic and over in Sourberry as well, so you do recognize a little bit of that natural chaos magic that runs through the land is also woven into the spell work, as well as it looks like some. You can't quite identify it, but it looks like different types of magic users stringing together types of magic. Like you can see bits of woven song, obviously lended to us from the bards. You can see little bits of actual protective magics woven in from possibly some sort of religious background, or maybe it's just some sort of protective energies. So you're seeing different types of magic woven into the fabric of this spell. And it's not seeming bad, but it is seeming very strong.
I say all of that to the group.
So this will kind of says out of character for her. Maybe we should probably ask Babs about this. I'm sure she knows what's going on here.
Yeah, it's a smart idea.
Sativa's not with us, right? She went back to the...
Oh yeah,
Cove.
Sativa had to do her, she had to get back real early to water her plants, man.
Sativa.
Let's go ask Sativa and Babs.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye!
Sammy.
Nice seeing you again, Pockets. I don't know why. I don't know why the snail talks and the raccoon doesn't. I don't know why. I do know.
Listen, if I don't have to use a spell slot, it's fine.
So the difference is the snail is from this area, and the chaos magic is he's not your average snail.
All right, we want to head up to Cozy Cove then.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll leave them alone.
I didn't quite catch that. Sorry, I talked at the same time. I'll say that she was also cool with us going. Is that what I...
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
not muted. Yeah, I'll say let's leave them alone. Let's continue on. Clearly, someone doesn't want us in there.
So are Babs, this is Samuel asking, are Babs and Sativa also going to Cozy Cove, or are they back on another place?
Babs and Sativa live in Cozy Cove. Babs runs Cozy Cove Inn. She was the one running the tarot tent at Witchlight. And Sativa is the purple-haired druid who was running the grapple hook obstacle course, and she also lives Cozy Cove. So you guys enter through into town. You pass a couple houses. You pass a closed Cozy Cove Tavern and Inn. You pass a few other houses, and you finally come to the large Cozy Cove Inn. You see across a large greenway, you see Sativa's tea shop. I don't know why I'm pointing with my mouse, like you guys can see it. I have a pointer right here. So you guys walk on in. You got Sativa's tea shop and her grow house bridge here. You have the horse stables, which, Danny, you were told they were nice, and you are not. You are not displeased with what you see. It is, in fact, fully heated and air conditioned. Even though this is medieval times, there's not an air conditioning thing. It's called magic. It's fine. It has a large assortment of very delicious treats, fresh water that can be pumped into the troughs. Delightful horse stable. Not large. There's only a room for a couple horses in it. That is probably the only detraction on it. But currently, there's no other horses there. There are horses that are over at the Cozy Cove Tavern Inn, but they have their own stable situation and farmers who help house their horses. There's the Sling and Heat Blacksmithing, which is where Howard works. And then you guys have the Cozy Cove Inn, where you all have rooms waiting for you. You're welcome to look around, explore, go anywhere you wish to go. There's also a general store that's not open, but it has a sign on the door that says, if you wish to buy anything, let Howard, Babs, or Sativa know. There's no one to work it yet. It's still a small town.
Oh, I feel like as soon as we get in, Danny would probably go like Kid in the Candy Store and head over to the horse stable with Brownie to set her up.
Thistle and Pockets are gonna kind of stick with Danny and Brownie. Would Brownie permit Pockets to like hop on his back?
Of course, absolutely.
Pockets is chilling with Brownie.
Oh. Madrigal's gonna follow along and she's just gonna ask, like, so do we know why there's a Cozy Cove Inn and then a Cozy Cove Tavern in the two different places?
Well, they are two different places.
Yeah. Why?
A very kind-faced older lady pops her head up and went, well, because a tavern inn is where everyday adventurers who just want to have a more rough experience stay. Those of us who want something nice stay at the Cozy Cove Inn. Your stay at the Cozy Cove Inn not only includes a nice, comfortable bed, but access to the library, access to the stage and entertainment, and access to 3 round, full, delicious homemade meals and an assortment of treats, snacks, coffees, and teas. The Tavern Inn will give you a cheap room and a beer.
I see no problem with that. Y'all want to hang here? I'm gonna go to the tavern, I think.
Just, Danny, get in there and get some food.
Yeah.
Sativa's inside.
Oh, shit. Why didn't you lead with that?
She's inside the inn or the tavern inn?
The Cozy Cove Inn. Yeah, so to be clear, the Cozy Cove Tavern and Inn is for, how do I say this gently? NPC adventurers, whereas main character adventurers stay at the Cozy Cove Inn.
Thank you. What's your name? I asked the lady who gave us this information.
My name is Babs. I'm the owner and proprietor of Cozy Cove Inn.
Babs, so nice to meet you. I've heard only good things. I'm Madrigal of the Minnows.
Magical of the Minnows, the lost child from the Feywild. Welcome, welcome. We have a stage. You have I know you do songs, of course, and, she looks around. Isn't there another bard in your group? Didn't the snail say there was another bard in the group?
That would be me. Duana Dawnwater. I do songs too.
Didn't you used to be in a band?
Yeah, I've been in a few here and there.
I feel like I saw you. What city was that in? I saw you in a band before. It was a year or two back. I saw you with it was a band that had a little dwarf in it as well. Oh,
yeah. That that was a lot of fun with that band. It was a short amount of time, but it was one of the best bands I've been in. And Duana starts blushing a little bit.
Oh, well, hopefully we can see you guys reunited. On the stage. Reunited on the stage. 2 bards. What great chances we have. And the rest of you, are you hungry?
Starving.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Well, then come on in.
Hungry as long as it's not berries for once. Oh, I'm sick of berries at this point.
Welcome to the interior of the Cozy Cove Inn. You see a long counter, which is, there see tea sets, little mugs for harder beverages, nice large tables full of food, drink, etc., baskets full of bread. You see comfy chairs, comfy couches, there's a nice fireplace, nice stage in the corner. Hidden behind some bookcases is a spiral staircase that takes you up to these sleeping rooms. On every bit of wall that is not covered with a counter for food, you see a large bookshelf that just goes floor to ceiling. If there's not a window, it's a bookshelf. It is the epitome of cozy. And the smells of a nice late breakfast are wafting in the air. You smell sweet treats and pastries, nice savory meats and veggies, cheesy treats and potatoes and whatnot. And there's some large carafes of drinks abound. You have a little tea and coffee cart. You have several carafes of wine. It's not the greatest of wine, but certainly a higher class than you'd expect to see available for free in an inn. And at the counter, Babs has a couple menus laid out, and she's available to take custom orders or make you up whatever and get you a drink. Just welcome back, welcome adventurers. Like I haven't seen you in ages. How are we doing?
Hi, Sativa. Danny, over here. Sativa's here.
Can you not real?
Ah, hey Thistle. It's good to see your charisma still 8.
Top tier.
Welcome. Everyone's sitting. She's hitting her never-ending pipe. Sit, drink, be merry. Who's anyone hungry? Anyone thirsty? Oh man, Val, you're a real one.
Magical just grabs one of the, I think she grabs a whole loaf of bread, just like tears into it, and then just looks at the books wistfully, sighs, and then just like looks back at the party and is just like, okay, who are these people that I'm sitting with?
These strangers.
And she's trying to stop herself from just like asking 10 million questions. So she's just eating a lot of bread, just looking around, hoping that people just start volunteering information about themselves.
Thistle and Pockets are like snacking on the peanuts and little things that are on the table. We'll take a cheeseburger and some fries and some wine, and they just order like several things from them.
Thistle, good God.
You guys see Babs nod, and food behind her begins preparing itself. She's not moving. She's just sitting there watching you guys.
Got any meat around here? Bacon? Yeah, maybe.
So the simple things like bacon, hams, like breakfast meats are on platters along the counter. And so one of these platters of bacon, it's literally just a platter of just bacon, floats over to the table.
That is what I'm talking about. Danny just takes the plate and just sets it in front of herself and be like, I'm good, guys.
So Danny's eating bacon.
Danny's always eating some kind of meat.
Yeah, that's... Not going to comment on that one. We'll leave it alone. I'm just going to walk away.
Belle asks for a stuffed potato.
A stuffed potato. What would it get stuffed with?
Cheese and butter.
Oh yeah.
And you see a large potato come up from the storage area. And instead of it getting put into an oven to get roasted and then cut open and stuffed, etc., a large orb of fire just begins revolving around the potato for a few seconds until it is cooked perfection. And then, of course, the rest of the thing is dressed out. All again while Babs is just sitting there watching you guys. Not really doing anything. Just watching you guys. And the food begins to float over to you. Again, the rest of you, how can I help you, dearies?
Do you have biscuits and gravy? Sausage gravy?
And sausage, of course. 1 second, please. And she snaps her fingers. Probably the first bit of movement she's actually done. Snaps her fingers, and some fluffy biscuits that are from a nearby tray split themselves open on a plate. And you see from a large cast iron pan on the stove behind the counter, a large river of delicious looking sausage gravy begins to flow from the pan as a whisk continues to whisk it. And plants itself quite beautifully on this delicious platter of biscuits and gravy. And once the plate is finished off, it is floated on over to you and deposited in front of you for your enjoyment.
Wow, this looks great. Thank you. And I dig into it.
Interesting trick.
God, listen, why do you seem so bothered, Danny?
Floating gravy is a little... I don't have words for that.
It's much cleaner than dirtying up more dishes, is it not?
True. Can't fault you there.
Madrigal has never actually seen a sea elf before. So she she asks, Babs, have any corn? Babs, just some nice corn, some butter on it.
What kind? You looking for a nice on the cob roasted situation, on the side
Yeah.
buttered situation? Okay.
Oh, roasted.
Roasted. So, like with the potato, a thing of corn comes out and is quickly surrounded by this like ball of fire, And then it comes out beautifully roasted with that good char on it, not too much, just a little bit. And she goes, "Do you want butter, salt, anything like that, dear?"
Yes.
And
Thank you
just
so much.
large swaths of butter and salt get put on it, and then it is
Wow.
plated up in front of you. A delicious thing of roasted corn, butter, and salt.
Babs, you're a gem. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. I love to cook, dears.
Yes, you're very good at it. And then she's like, so because I'm sitting next to Val, I think I'm gonna be like, so you're from like the water?
Oh,
You're from the water?
You mean Duana?
Oh, is
Duana's a sea
Duana
elf.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes. I'm asking Duana if she's from the water because magical needs to I also don't have very high charisma. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I was born in the sea and grew up there. Learned to play music there. My family still lives there. It's when I don't go home to visit much, but when I do, it's all underwater. It's kind of weird being on dry land, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny with like a mouthful of bacon just kind of like leans over, like onto the like elbows on the table, just kind of like leans over and be like, "So you can breathe without being in the water, then? Clearly, you got gills. You got gills."
I got gills. I can breathe water and air, and I've been up here mostly for like a couple years now. So I'm more used to it than I was, but I still like I learned how to sing underwater, so like I'm still don't I sound a little strange trying to sing on dry land. I'm still working on that. Everything it's very different being underwater versus being in the open air. I like them both, but they're different.
What brought you to London?
I wanted to see the world for myself, and kind of not necessarily get away from my family, but just get away and just explore and work with other musicians. And most musicians just are not underwater, except kind of the musicians that I grew up playing with, like my family. So more opportunities and just wanting to see what it was like, and working with other instruments. Most instruments you can't play underwater. They got to be like special kinds. Like I had this carbon fiber violin that could withstand being underwater, but like drums and stuff can go underwater, but a lot of stuff that you all would play up here wouldn't work so well in the ocean.
You know what? I'd love to hear you play sometime. Song for a song.
Okay, yeah. Lately I've been playing on an electric guitar, but yeah, I can play anytime. You're a bard too, right?
Yeah, nothing so fancy as an electric. What do you say? Electric guitar, carbon steel violin.
Yeah, carbon fiber. That I don't. That's the one I grew up playing, so I kind of know it like the back of my hand. But I just keep it with me. But I don't get it out too much often anymore. But what do you how do you play music or express yourself through music?
I play kora. It's like a small sort of the kora is inspired it's a West African like stringed instrument. Magical just like whips it out, like shows it to the table, and then she just like looks at pockets and at Soul and is like, you know what? I think I'll write a song about your pockets. I think I will.
Thistle watches and is so excited. He just can't handle it. He actually hides it from people.
Why does this raccoon get everything? I love you, buddy. You know I do.
It's like I want to put his hands on his hips, but my fingers don't bend that way. Like, hey, I get everything, so I deserve everything.
It's hilarious. He reaches out. He kind of wants to touch the instrument, and it kind of looks at you with he gets excited. He strums it a little bit.
Natural, absolutely magnificent, brilliant.
He's so excited.
I don't know, Steve. I wonder if Carl could play something like that.
Oh God, don't get Carl playing instruments again. Carl's like,
Come on, buddy.
you don't want to hear. And then he immediately grabs. You're not sure where this is coming from, but he grabs like what looks like hair. He's a twig. He doesn't have hair, but it looks like he pulls it, and it's actually strings. His other hand, he pulls up and begins trying to bow across the strings pulled from his head, and it sounds horrible. You've heard the expression like, "Oh, it sounds like they're murdering cats or something." It's worse than that, actually. It is like nails on a chalkboard meet a cat giving birth to an elephant meet where did those strings come from and what are they made out of?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
And he's very proud. He's like,
Trying to not like.
She's like, well, you did ask, right? This is your fault, actually.
I think he's great. You need to encourage this sort of.
You hear that, buddy? Your new friend Danny wants you to play this for her every morning as a wake-up call.
That's not what I said.
That's what she said.
All right, Carl. You could cut. That's great, buddy. No, Carl. I'll give you a silver if you stop that now. Flicks a silver at him.
Takes a silver, puts the weird hair things back, leaves form back again.
I don't even want to ask where that came from.
Yeah, you don't.
So, what do you guys got going on with these? What did we call them last time? The Cozy Cove, the Saboteurs or something?
The Sourberry Saboteurs.
That's what it was, Sourberry Saboteurs.
Yeah. I did forget to ask, in all the excitement of Danny joining us, I forgot to ask, does anyone want to give a recap of what happened with those of you who were here in Sourberry for that last session, or do you guys want to just role play forward with no recap? It is all provided on the internet, so... But there were some clues with the Sourberry Saboteurs that those of you who were there might want to relay to your newfound friends who were not there for the Sourberry Saboteur revelations.
So I feel like you keep better notes than I do. I literally have icons, sweet nuts, and then cults with question marks.
Those are some amazing notes. Sweet. I'm glad the sweet nuts made it to the notes.
So Thistle remembered the Berry Oven Coven talking about the various potential saboteurs, and it most definitely is Patty Pepper Pumpernickel.
Patty Pumpernickel.
Most likely, but probably not. It could be the Icons. Mm-hmm. A Gang of Squirrels is Thistle and Pockets.
Like the King of Squirrels?
A Gang of
Squirrels.
A Gang of Squirrels, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, could be ruled by a king.
Yeah, true.
And then there was some some talk about cultists, berry cultists, a mushroom cult. So a lot of different possibilities, but we didn't narrow it down to any specific group. But what they did was the obstacle course for the pie eating contest. We had to get through the obstacle course, and it was lined with magical mushrooms to keep it stable. But a group came in and sabotaged the retaining wall where the sour berries were in. So that's why the monster came out right as we finished the pie eating contest and then killed the monster. But we need to keep on the lookout for this group so that they don't sabotage the next festival.
The fishing game.
The Cozy Cove catch and cook fishing competition, yes.
When is the fishing competition?
That's a great question, and Babs leans forward. You guys are going to be the ones helping me put this whole thing together. Now, I have a lot of things in the air right now, but what I desperately need is some adventurers to go out and map some good fishing spots, where the fish are actually going. We do have the problem in this area of freshwater and saltwater, and fishermen are allowed to fish from either one. We do need to kind of know how intense the stream paths are. Or is it easy enough for these people to be able to get to? We're going to have a lot of visitors coming. I just kind of need to know what is safe, what is doable, if there's lots of fish available. And we also, I hate to ask this, but I may...
No, you don't do it.
Well, okay, I don't. I don't want to do it. I'm retired. I may need a little bit of help. I need to make sure the cove itself isn't full of any bad stuff. We're going to have fishermen out here. I need to make sure there's not any, evil mer people hiding in the cove or haunted ghosts haunting the wreckages of pirate ships past, whatever. I just need to make sure that there's not anything out there who are going to kill these tourists. I mean, if we start killing tourists, we're never going to grow this town. You know what I mean?
Murder could be a setback, yes.
Yeah, murder could be a huge setback. This is not High Strand, where murder makes it awesome. This is Cozy Cove, where the food makes it awesome. And the festivals.
Crystal says, Val, see, there are ghosts.
Of course there's ghosts. You're adventurers. Surely you've seen ghosts before.
There's no ghosts. That's something else. We're going right now. I need to see these supposed ghosts.
Babs is kind of like almost flummoxed for a minute, because like ghosts are real, right? These are like real things that exist. Every adventurer has fought ghosts, and she's just like, kids. Like, to her, it's like a child is saying, kangaroos aren't real, actually.
He's a high elf.
Yeah, right. And so she's like, she thinks about all the ways she could convince him that he's wrong, that she convince you that you're wrong, that she's like, nah. Well, Val, I look forward to hearing what it actually is. Thank you so much for signing up to help us make sure the cove is safe of any possible baddies, ghosts or otherwise. I appreciate you're so heroic, honestly. We are so lucky to have a hero like you in our midst.
It's probably just the very white bandits. Let's go investigate this.
Not Val saying it was just some Caucasian ass bandits. It's fine. It was the white people. It's fine. Look, I get it. It's valid. That's who I blame too.
Wait, let's get to the bottom of it.
It's just reflections on pasty skin. Just, well, if you guys need boats, you will see. One of the things I'll need you to check for, of course, is if the boat launches all work well, if it's, no choppy currents taking the boats the wrong way. So if you could go and explore everything, make sure everything is good, note any good boat launch locations, and then, of course, head over to the cove and make sure there's nothing that goes bump the night, nothing that's going to danger anything. I just need to make sure everything is chill. There may be a shipwreck over there. Sorry. Like, she says like kind of quietly, like really quietly and really quickly to herself.
I'm sorry, there's a what?
A what? What?
What?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Huh? I'm old, dearie. I can't. She all of a sudden is like putting on the. I'm an old lady. I can't quite hear you.
I'm just gonna look at Sativa. What did she say?
She's like, I don't know, man. She's weird. It did sound like she said there's an old shipwreck down there, and you might die. That's what I thought I heard. But I've been smoking since level 1.
Forever.
Yeah.
Babs, let me level with you. Yeah, I've got a couple questions.
Of course.
One of which is, how long do we have to do this? The second question is, of course, you want us to go into the water, yeah? Have you a seaworthy vessel and the seaworthy captain that might help us along this journey? And we stay here for free and have all of our meals be for free and all of our drinks be for free, since we might be, dying and whatnot.
I like her.
Kind of bows, looks at Sativa, and Sativa kind of nods like, all right, they finally got a negotiator. And
none of us have charisma.
Babs like, man, remember when I was going to offer them the one night? And she was like, yeah, that was fun times. So Babs like, okay, well, the surveying shouldn't take you more than a day or two. Just, report back what you find out. the trip to the cove, I have no idea what you're gonna find out there, so I can't know for sure. As for the and what you find, I don't know. But you're welcome to stay. Is that a cat? Is that a cat? Is that a cat? I see a cat. I knew I saw a cat.
Hello.
I do have ADHD and I love pets. Look at the kitty. Look at the kitty.
Sorry, she was whining.
Oh, I saw the tail when you let her in, and I was like, oh, I see a cat. I see a cat. I see a cat.
Yeah, we haven't
was
said
very-
anything since we saw the cat.
Sorry.
She was very upset earlier.
Valid. And as for your rooms, well, of course, all food and drinks are included with your accommodations, and if you're staying here, your food and drink will be included. As for your rooms, I suppose if you're signing on to help with the festival and all of this stuff, I could comp your rooms for you. That seems fair.
You're a doll.
As for the seaworthy, and she kind of gets a really like twisted smile on her face. Just, as for a seaworthy vessel with a captain to captain it. And Sativa goes, "Oh no."
What?
I do in fact have a seaworthy boat and someone who could captain it, don't I, Sativa? She's like, "Oh no."
That bad?
It's me. I learned how to pilot boats after I sunk Jaraxel's boat. After Carl sunk Jaraxel's boat, I took it upon myself to learn boats. Yes, I can handle the boating part of it. If you need someone to captain a boat, I can, which is what Babs is trying to bully me into doing, and she's a bitch.
So you're going to be coming with us then?
It's either that or you guys try to take a canoe into the ocean.
I just look at Thistle. Just come.
Pockets is jumping up, super excited. Thistle says, Pockets has always wanted to be a pirate. He's always wanted to be a pirate. Super excited.
I have to find this little puppet a pirate hat.
I think Madrigal looks at Vel and at oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Duana, and is trying to just get a read on what their response to this is.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't want to go in the water, I can do that for all of us and can stay down there as long as we need to. I can go on the fact-finding mission and report back, and I got that part covered if nobody else wants to.
Unless there's baddies who can kill you if you're by yourself. What? Who said that? What?
We're up for an adventure.
Huh?
We're up for an adventure.
Well,
I don't know about the water part.
Thistle has an idea. She doesn't know if it's possible, but with magic, anything is kind of possible. Is there like a magical bubble that one could be in underwater?
well, I was just going to give you some potions of underwater breathing, but
Oh,
yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah, obviously the sea witch doesn't need one, but for those of you who are not so inclined and wish to, not die, I could acquiesce some potions of underwater breathing. In fact, I believe that Sativa just finished brewing up a batch of potions, and Steve's like, and that's why you had me doing that. Oh my god, how long have you had this planned out?
Oh, and you do that for us.
I was like, of course, anything for you guys. She goes, and she looks to you, Duana, and I think that your skills will be needed, but I would hate to see you. No offense to any of you, but bards, druids, sorcerer, don't go anywhere alone. Buddy system, you're all awfully squishy.
The hell?
I said what I said.
Not squishy.
Cool.
Madrigal says squishily.
Says in squishy.
There is safety in numbers.
Yes.
Not that I've been traveling since I was 60. Just saying.
Sativa kind of looks at you. Danny goes, are you going to bring your horse? Because I think we're going to need to modify the potion to make it a seahorse. And she kind of
No, B can stay here.
She kind of gets, oh, you don't want to make your horse a seahorse?
Oh, shit. You could do that?
I mean, as Thistle says, with magic, anything's possible.
Is it a
Sounds
rideable
not-
seahorse or a tiny seahorse?
Sativa kind of pulls out her little notebook and kind of writes, how about this? You guys have to go and do the survey for Babs while I get ready to be a pirate captain or whatever. I'll see if I can figure out a seahorse situation and get us some more potions of underwater breathing. You guys go do the survey, explore the area, and figure out when we're going to leave to explore the cove.
You gonna wear a pirate hat while you do it?
Well, I wouldn't be a good. I am the captain. I'll have to have a captain's hat.
Did we all have pirate hats?
But she kind of looks at you, Vel. Looks at you, Vel, and she goes, "Well, it won't be a captain's hat, but my crew is gonna need to have some pretty fancy hats."
Uh-oh.
Okay, you're back.
We lost you. You
glitched a
said
little
something
bit.
about Vel.
We didn't hear you.
We lost you when you said Vel.
Oh no! So my computer's like making the noises that it's having trouble, so that makes sense. She said, "Well, you can't wear a captain's hat, but my crew will need fancy hats." And then she kind of wickedly looks over at Babs. "That's how you can help."
I love a fancy hat.
Babs, don't worry. You don't need to make one for me. I'm good.
I want a fancy hat.
No. You definitely need one as well. We're all wearing hats.
Oh yeah, we're all wearing hats.
No, Vel.
I don't have to wear a hat. I have a hat with pockets on
Requirement.
it.
Yeah.
And on it.
So since my computer is
All right, are we? Yeah, you're good.
so since my computer is lagging a bit and it's right at 7, let's do our first break and then we're gonna go till about for another hour and a half or so after that until Thistle has to wrap. Did it just cut out again?
You keep doing it.
You glitched, and Danny, finish your sentence.
Okay, what was the sentence?
I did. Would you like us to take a break, Ab?
That was what I was suggesting. Back here at 15
Okay,
after.
cool.
Okay. I'm gonna restart my computer. Anyway, so here we all are. We are in the Cove, and you guys have been tasked to go explore the area, find some good fishing spots, make sure it's all safe and cozy good, and also explore the mysterious Cove. I saw Stella saying, "Hey, I have things."
I have
so-
like a little meatball in my mouth just now. But do we
man.
want to ask? Do we want to ask about the freaking door in the woods before we
Holy
do
shit!
the
I
thing?
forgot about the door.
I did too. I was making meatballs and I was like, the door.
And now we know why meatballs are a constant D&D food, because they're brain food that make you go, wait a minute.
The door.
The door. I don't know if someone else wants to ask who did a check about it.
This one, right? No.
I think this,
I think Thistle was gonna knock.
do you wanna Vel found the door, right? Meg did an Arcana.
Ew, don't call me that. That's
Sorry,
weird.
Danny, sorry.
Thank you.
I don't know why I called you your real name for a second. That's weird.
That
Oh,
was
because your
weird.
name lit up on Discord. I was staring at your actual name and not your token. I was like, ew, why? That sounded weird. Why did I call you that? It's not your name. But Danny had done the Arcana check, right? Did anyone else help with the
I did.
Arcanas? So, I mean, really, all of you were there, so any of you guys could ask.
So Thistle kind of yells out to Babs. Babs, we came across a door in the forest, and I knocked on it, but no one answered. And and Danny did a...
I found that it was magical of some sort, like everything else in this fucking town.
Yeah, there's some kind of magic around it, but we were wondering about that door and what's behind it.
What pockets?
That's him shrugging. Yeah, like, what's going on? Anytime Thistle talks, I'm just taking it as like a roleplay challenge of myself to like have pockets be reacting to whatever Thistle is saying.
Perfect.
Yeah. So Babs kind of takes us in, and like Sativa is listening as well, and they both kind of look at each other, and Babs goes, "So where exactly did you see this? Like right on the line between Cozy Cove and the meeting on the paths, or
A little bit lower.
South of
Yeah.
the path, southwest of the meeting.
well," and she kind of like looks over at Sativa, and Stativa's like, "Well, do you think it?" And Babs like, "You know what I think it is. Was it a red door kind of anchored into a tree?" You know, I have a spell that I put into place. Well, you guys have a minute. I'll tell you the story. Okay, so. And she settles down, and Sativa's like, "Oh boy."
Wait. Before you start, hang on. Can I get a beer?
Of course. And anyone else drinks? And a beer comes flying over. A nice frosty mug, frothy beer.
Yeah.
Magical, a beer as well. Same icy mug, frothy, delicious beer.
I knew
Beer's
I
a
liked
nice
beer.
fancy wine in a very fancy crystal goblet finds its way over to Vel.
I'll take a beer.
Oh, thank you.
Beer's well. Thistle?
Thistle and Pockets his little paw. We'll take some mead.
Have a rosé for Vel. Have a
Is it-
fancy red.
A fancy red. Yeah, is it what kind of wine is it, Vel? You tell me. It's a nice fancy wine.
It's a nice sparkling white wine.
I didn't think a wine store
Yeah,
would make a
Vel's-
sparkling white.
Vel's too fancy for the good stuff.
It's the kind of wine that someone who doesn't believe in ghosts drinks.
Right.
I can't explain it. That's it.
That tells you it all right there.
That is. So she kind of sits there for a minute. He goes, and Sativa goes, this is going to be a while, and hits her pipe. There I was, with Howie. We were out adventuring. We weren't quite ready to settle down just yet, but we were getting there. We had so much money, it was getting a little ridiculous. You don't know yet, but you will. You start going on quests, you just start amassing huge amounts of treasure, and you kind of get bored. You just run out of things to do with the money. So we were talking about maybe buying a chunk of land and starting a town. She kind of looks around and goes, which we did end up doing. So we were talking about finding some land, buying a town, and basically having our own place. So we're enjoying this lovely meal, this lovely tavern, and I say, how great would it be if all of our little town had a nice little inn that always had delicious food? And she looks around and goes, like we did. So we're enjoying this lovely meal, talking about having this lovely inn, like we have, and next to me, the most repugnant smell wafts through the air. I look over and I find the most vile creature you've ever seen. This repugnant man, this barbarian fighter, unwashed, disgusting, vile creature, a former slave freed from his chains by his own brawn. You'd think he would stand for all that is good and decent. No. He's actually a slave owner himself. He is a true piece of shit, horrible man. His name is called Hogwash, as I later learned. And as we enjoyed our meal, as it slowly became ruined by this repugnant man and his just awful caring about me. He started so many fights with so many people. I was just trying to enjoy my meal. We decided in that moment that we would create a special barrier around this town that we would create. And we would fill it with so many different kinds of magical powers. We'd call in all the favors we have from all of our adventures. And we would create the Hogwash barrier. And we would put a large amount of magical power in that would basically not allow anyone as awful and evil as that to cross the barrier of our cozy little area. Now I wanted to anchor in a cute place, and I've always thought it'd be cute to have a tree house, so I decided to put a little tree door in there and call it a day.
So that door is a barrier keeping this hogwash asshole
And anyone
from
like
getting
him.
out.
And anyone like him. Basically, think of it as you're adventurers. You're familiar with the adventurers who are called murder hobos, correct? It's the murder
Absolutely.
hobo barrier. But basically, the murder hobo barrier won't allow any murder hobos to cross the barrier.
Danny's just gonna look at Thistle, and you fucking knocked on the door. Don't touch
Doors are
stuff.
for knocking.
God
I just think
damn.
it's very polite. I mean, when you think about it.
No,
What kind of a murder
no.
hobo would ever knock? I mean,
Babs kind of looks. You just go around touching things you're not familiar with. Then,
thank you.
are you aware statistically, on average, how many things could be mimics?
No,
A lot.
I think I'm about to.
This crew's gonna get me killed.
I think so.
Hey, at least we didn't try to burn the door.
That's
Yeah, there's
so.
no use.
You were the
No
first
way.
one to touch it, Val.
She kind of looks she's like, oh, what would have happened if you had lit it on? Oh no. Well, you should know. Be careful. And anything that you think could be a mimic could be a mimic. And something you think couldn't be a mimic is probably a mimic. We have an
can
entire.
mimics mimic?
Huh?
Can mimics mimic in, what's it called? In animate objects?
Yes, that's mostly what they do.
Oh no, I thought they could just mimic
Mimics.
other people.
Oh, no. And Baz goes, oh dear. Oh, because you were in the Feywild. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, mimics in the Feywild just find it easier to mimic people. No, traditionally, they are almost always inanimate objects. So, if, like for example, a chair, you sit down, you're in its mouth. It's easy. It's easy to eat. Another common one in dungeons. Oh, Howie once he got a bad bite from one that was disguised as a prize sword. It was actually hidden in the loot at the end of the dungeon. He thought, oh, sweet sword. Picked up the sword and got a huge bite on his arm. Oh, he was so mad. I always tell him, investigate, it could have been cursed. He was so pissed. Because then he killed the mimic, of course, and then it wasn't a sword, and he didn't have the loot. The whole loot ended up being a mimic.
Hold on.
Hilarious.
So a mimic can be an entire collection of objects, not just the one.
Well, normally if it's a collection of objects, it's multiple mimics.
Oh, I don't like that at all. All right,
Well, if you
thanks.
don't like that, you guys should definitely not go to the gemstone dungeon.
All right.
Yeah.
Those eyes are just like super wide, looking at like everything, every object.
I mean, everything in here is probably not a mimic. You're probably fine in here. And if it is a mimic, it's probably not going to attack you because I'd get quite cross with it. But out in the wild, I'd be careful. Things can be mimics. And not all mimics are bad, mind you. I had a group of adventurers. They actually just left to go to the Witch Lake Carnival. And they ended up adopting a few mimics from the Gemstone Dungeon. They went into the Gemstone Dungeon. The whole thing is just mimics. The whole thing is just full of mimics. They ended up adopting a few as pets. They had to pay money for their tickets to get into the carnival with their mimic pets. Yeah. Not all mimics are bad, but not all items aren't mimics.
Babs, are there any ways to potentially tell if there's a mimic around?
Well, you can only do like an investigation can normally help you, like if you would truly investigate an item specifically. The old adage, of course, is if you investigate it and you think it might be a mimic, if you find out it is, you're also close enough for it to attack you, because they do have a very good grappling ability. They're very sticky. They can grab things, they can grapple you, they can stick you to things. Depending on how big they are, they can be quite fearsome creatures. There's these awful, I mentioned Hogwash earlier. Mm-hmm. Rumor has it, he's grouped up with some people, some other murder hobos, and they recently stopped a very big plight from happening, which I was very grateful for. Unfortunately, they decided to keep the prize. So, the long story short, an ultra mimic, which is basically a giant ship, like a pirate ship. But it's a mimic. And it had eggs, and they adopted the eggs, and they're raising those eggs as their own, as their babies. So they have a little army of little ultra mimic ships growing. And now you see why I have the barrier. You see now why I have a barrier.
We're just nodding. Terrifying.
So, when you say this mimic was a whole ship, yeah?
Yeah.
You know how we're about to go out on the
Oh, well, your ship's
Oh,
not
yeah,
a mimic.
ship.
You're fine.
Fine?
Well, the ship you have isn't a mimic, right? Sativa,
know
that's
that.
not a mimic. And Steve was like, no, it's not a mimic!
How would you know if it wasn't? Was it there
Insight check.
before you put the door up? Or was it there?
Well-
Do you know what I mean? Like, when you put the door up to keep hogwash out, was the ship already there?
Oh,
Or
so this...
did it show up after?
My barrier has been in place since before he got those ships. Don't worry about that. If you left the area that this is in, sure, in theory, but he is currently, my last reports tell me that he's over on the area, on the oceans outside of Heistrin, so we're probably fine. But be wary. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. You're young adventurers. I want to make sure I like you guys. You're good people. I don't want to see you fall prey to anything because you went and tried to light vines on fire or knock on mysterious doors or walk into a ring of mushrooms and end up in a fey portal and become a fey loss. You know, I just need to make sure nothing bad happens to you.
I like how you pointed that all out. I like how you pointed out all of our faults in the beginning there. I like that.
Thanks for watching out, Babs.
You know, she likes you guys. And Sativa's like, and my boat's not a mimic. Rude.
It's good. The shipwreck. Is that a mimic? That's what I was asking about. Was that there before? Door?
Well, I don't know about that one. That's what we're gonna go find out. Isn't it?
Interesting. Yeah, I suppose so.
So to be clear, the shipwreck with the mimic and all that stuff did happen several a ways away from here. I only bring up Hogwash to mention that those ships are now here and are a constant pressing problem that are really stressing me out lately. I've been drinking more because of it. Those of you who saw me drunk at Sourberry yesterday can attest. I was blowing off some steam. Great job with the slime, by the way, guys. Really great stuff.
Can we not bring up the slime? I
Right.
didn't like the slime.
So what you're saying, right, is what I'm gathering, is these ghosts are mimics.
You know, she kind of looks, you know what? Maybe that could be. Do you think that maybe every time someone thinks their house is haunted, they just have a mimic in their house instead, Val?
Damn right.
You're a wise woman.
Babs, please don't feed this.
Nope, I have to. I'm retired. I have to have my fun somewhere.
Damn it.
So she was like, yeah,
All right.
no, Babs is she walks to a beat of her own making or something.
Is Valor a sorcerer?
Yep.
Yeah, we're doomed.
Vel's like, I don't need to use anti-dead magic. I just need to use regular magic. It's not a ghost. It's just a mimic.
Well, I'm
Radiant
dedicating my
damage.
time to figuring out what mimics are weak to.
They're immune to acid. Okay, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't even know if this thing's a mimic. I'm just like, this freaks me out.
I love a mimic tangent though. I love mimics. It's a fun fact about Abbey Grosso. Every single map I make has at least one mimic hidden on it.
Oh.
So you guys can go and explore if you wish. You can keep asking questions obviously as well, but just I'm telling you, whenever you're ready to explore, let me know and I'll change the map over. But also feel free to ask questions.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, if you do.
So we have both saltwater and freshwater that we need to investigate.
Yep, I don't know why I'm answering for pockets like he knows. But yes, it'll be freshwater, river mostly, different flowing rates, and then also some salt water, some that flows tributary wise, and then a big area of ocean and cove. And there's some fun things you can learn in every area. Yeah.
May I ask, Babs? Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No. Go for it, please.
I'm just going to ask, is there a reason why, you haven't, sent Sativa out or anybody else out to do this before now? Even that the time frame is short. Like, do you know, is there anything that you think that maybe we should know? Anything you'd want us to know going out?
Sativa's just sitting there like, what the fuck?
I didn't mean it that way, Sativa. I just mean like...
Sativa's like,
No,
okay,
I mean,
well, first
it's-
of all...
I understand it's a group effort, right? But is it a group effort? Is it supposed to be? Do you know what I mean? Is it like dangerous?
So,
Phrase that
first
wrong.
of all, don't under the bus me. Babs is a way higher level magic than I am. She's like level 20 and I'm like level 8. So if anyone's gonna go out there and do things that should be her.
Right. I'm sorry. Yep.
But yeah, no, I'm semi-retired, so I'm basically here to help out with people, but I don't have a bunch of friends because, and she gets a very 1,000-yard stare, and she's like, I don't have my friends right now. Anyways, so I help out occasionally, as I can, to make sure that nothing ever happens to anyone like that again, and it'll be fine. But it's not something I would do alone. First of all, how am I gonna handle a ship by myself? I'm gonna need help. I'd have to have a crew. And also, someone's gotta stay on the ship and someone else is gotta go in the water. I would need a team. And also, I'm semi-retired. Soloing an adventure meant for some people, that's not even semi-retired. That's full-on adventuring. At that point, I might as well go back to Waterdeep, and I do not want to go back to Waterdeep. The Zentharans are still trying to kill me. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Steve, I'll be your friend.
Aw, thanks. I'm still not going to go adventure with you guys all the time.
That was worth a shot.
Yeah, good try, though.
Thanks.
So is everyone ready? Lauren.
Can I ask Babs about the stage real quick before we go?
Sure. Go
I
ahead.
heard that y'all got a stage recently. What are your plans for that?
She goes, well, it's not much of one, admittedly. It could probably be fancier. I know you've seen fancier. I've seen you play on nicer stages. But up in the corner of the room, you see some nice drapery has been put in front of some bookcases. You do note there's a small enough space where someone could still walk behind the drapery and get books if they wanted to. But there's nice plush dark blue drapery, and it forms a nice stage area. It's like a nice little triangle stage kind of in the corner with a wide part on the out part, so you have a nice little downstage area to sashay and perform. Currently, it's a bunch of chairs and tables, but you can definitely see that when there's a concert, people probably turn the chairs around, everyone would face the stage, etc. And while it's not huge, you do notice some little amplification bowls are actually at the corners to pick up whatever you're singing. So if you didn't have an electric guitar, your voice and your musings could still actually fill the room quite well. And anyone who looked around closely would probably also notice a few of them around the room to kind of help amplify the sound a bit. It's pretty sophisticated for a small little country inn, despite being a fairly small stage. And Bab says it's new. We've had a couple people perform on it. It was pretty nice. The inaugural night went quite well. A nice bard named Ray actually performed. Great stuff. Her teammates actually all helped out, and like they juggled and they did little bits of magic and stuff. It was quite a fun night. They got a good little bit of coin for it too. So all the neighboring communities, it's farmers and stuff, sure, but the more festivals we have, the more adventurers we call in, the better their economies do, the more money they got to throw around. Plus, adventurers come down from the tavern down the road if they know there's someone performing. They don't have bars doing good shows in the tavern down there. They just have a drunk guy with a guitar. So they'll come down and they'll throw their coin around too. So it's not bad. It's not bad for a little small inn.
That's awesome. Well, if y'all are looking for more performers, I don't usually say no to a gig.
Always. We don't normally all we can offer is room and board, which you're already getting, but the tips are generous, so.
Okay, awesome.
Maybe after you guys do some exploring, you can come in. If you want to commit to it, I can let the farmers know that you're going to be doing some singing. People will come in to hear you sing if you're singing.
I haven't, like I was telling them, my dryland singing voice, I'm still getting the hang of it. I haven't really done that on stage in front of anybody yet. Let me think about that one. I can play my guitar all day, but I don't know about the singing yet. I'm working up to it. I'll get there one day.
Oh, well, there's two bards. There's two of you, though. One of you could sing, one of you could play. It could be fun, right?
Yeah, we could do instrumental even if you wanted. You on the electric guitar, me on the flute. No one's ever heard, it could be good. Could be fun.
Listen, get enough beer in both of you. You don't know what happens.
It's true. It'd be huge.
Satia's like, ooh, we should make sure the ship is stocked with beer.
You should do that, yeah.
100%.
This is why they call me the captain.
Also, sparkling white wine.
Oh, thank you. Yes, exactly.
I drink that swill.
So,
Alright, we heading out?
I'll prepare the ship. You guys go into your explorations. Whenever you're ready to head out, I'll hopefully be ready and we can go explore the mysterious shipwrecks or something. Alright.
Appreciate you.
Well, they needed us to check the water first, right? I mean, nothing in particular, but...
Yeah, I think they need
like
us to map the fishing spots.
Yeah.
Figure out what's safe, etc.
Do you want to check out the freshwater first? Maybe the freshwater boat launch?
Sounds good.
That's fine. We can make our way along the coast there.
Yeah, works for me.
All right.
Alright, you guys arrive to the freshwater boat launch area. And you guys can tell this is a pier or a dock that's been recently put in. It still looks like pretty new construction. There's a little bit of sand that trails into the water, and it's a little shallow at first, and then it very quickly does get a good deal deeper. There's a lot of plants growing along the bank, not in the area right around the boat launch, but you can tell there's a bunch of plants that are growing just south of that, in the bend of the river. And where's my pointer? For example, over here there's a lot of plants. Up here it's more cleared out, just a couple plants here and there. You can see the water is going a little bit faster. Once it clears through here, the current is flowing this direction, and once it hits here, it kind of goes a little bit faster. Because that is where you have the fresh waters are meeting. You have this one is coming in, then another creek is coming in, another river comes in this way, so it gets quite fast. So it's two rivers joining in one, and that system will flow down that you guys can continue to explore once you do. So what are you guys looking to explore specifically?
I guess I'd like to do a nature check to see what kind of fish might be in the area.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, please.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Alrighty. So go ahead and roll another 20 for me.
6.
Alright. So you are able to identify 6, like, while you're just, investigating the water. I assume you're, like, kind of maybe ankle deep in the water or so.
Yeah.
While you're in there, you're able to identify at least 6 different types of fish flowing through the water. And do you have a percentile dice you can roll?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll one of those, please.
Think it's 90.
90. All right. So 90% of them. So we're going to say 5 of the 6 fish are not only edible, but would be good for the fish fry portion of the festival. Because you know that Babs told you it was going to be a catch and cook competition where the fish fry was judged. And there's 90% of the fish in this area are. And you were able to actively see at least 6 types of fish in this area.
Okay.
You do know that it's definitely a there's probably a lot more fish in there because it's definitely a quick flowing water. So that's just a sampling you saw in that moment. And I saw someone measuring. I don't know if this map is actually calibrated correctly.
Yeah, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, so I don't think this map is calibrated correctly. So if you have like a question like, oh, can my blink reach that, just let me know, because I noticed earlier, but like it was too close to session, and I was like, why is it not? Because like it was porting you guys in and making you like 11 feet tall tokens, and I was like, no, that is not the ratio I need for this map.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking of casting Detect Evil and Good as far down the river as I can.
Okay.
Because Madrigal is scared. Madrigal's like, don't like this. Don't want to go in the water.
Okay,
I'm
so
upset that I'm here, but trying to be a team player.
you would still be within the boundary line that you were told about with Babs would not allow any evil through.
Oh, you're right.
So if you want to prevent yourself losing that spell slot.
Right, yeah. Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Mind you, if you're still really worried, and like if Madrigal would still be worried and want to do it anyway, I don't want to limit you, but the river itself is not in any way thrumming with any energy that you would think of as evil other than your fear of water.
What about a Detect Magic? Because that's also 30-foot range.
Okay. So you're looking to detect magic. Is detect magic looking for any magic, or is it just looking for spell magic?
You sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of yourself. If you sense that, you can see a faint aura against around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic.
Okay. So this
If an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell's School of Magic.
Okay. Okay. If you if you would like to, you can.
Me cast that.
Is that one of the ones that can be cast as a ritual to save your spell slot?
I think it just happens.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Darn.
But the duration, it takes an action and the duration is 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll have it running for 10 minutes while you guys are walking around as well, then, so you'll be able to really continue to detect things. What you initially see is you don't see anything innate, but you do, since you are able to see the magical aura, you do see an aura that runs through the land that maybe feels familiar from whenever you were over in Sourberry, that chaos energy that runs through the land that you're a little bit familiar with. You do see there's a large amount of that energy, but it is as part of the land as anything. Like, it is in the actual land, it's in the water, it's in the dirt, it's in the trees. It is just part of the land itself. You can see the trace elements of Babs's magic, which you now know from the door. There's all these different kinds of magic woven together. It's more of a protective aura running through everything. In this area, you do not see anything other than the magic that should be in this area.
I say that to all of them. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
So for the whole fishing thing, people would be possibly at this pier, casting off, like fishing, correct?
That is true.
Can Danny just kind of like go towards the pier and just kind of like take a look around, just having the sabotage thing like in her head, making sure like the pier's okay, nothing looks like it's been prematurely cut, like God forbid some like the pier would cave in type of thing.
Okay. Go ahead and do an investigation on the pier.
Okay. Ooh, 19 plus 3, 21.
All right. So you are like walking out onto the pier. You're looking around, looking under the pier. And you note that it's very much new construction, right? This is not old. It's not like, shouldn't be having any sort of decay or damage. You note that it's it's new wood, right? Like if this wood has recently been stained and nailed into to make this pier. So when you kind of put your head down and you laying on the dock and you start like feeling into the water or everything, you're surprised when your hand brushes against the wood underneath the water. And you're surprised because sure, it's new construction, but you understand that water can make things accumulate. Maybe there'd be a couple bits of the underwater scuzzy whatever that happens. I mean, you understand that some of that could exist, right? You understand there could maybe even be like somehow some barnacles. You're not sure why they'd be here and not in seawater, but you understand, right, that in a week or two, a small amount of stuff could have gotten onto the woods. You expect to touch something. What you don't expect to touch is when you touch it to feel the wood crumbling in your hands. As if the beams had been replaced or damaged in some way. So even though the top of this pier is pristine, brand new, easy to see from the naked eye that up top it's fine. So if you walked by it, you'd only see recently installed good work. Underneath, you see evidence of these beams, again, either being replaced or tampered with to look so old and decrepit, you'd think this is a pier that's been in Camp Crystal Lake since 1986. Like, it is just so run down and beaten up. Like, how is it even holding you up right now? You're a little worried you might get plunged into the water.
Yeah, all right, so pulling my hand out, kind of seeing the residue and all that, I'm just going to quickly jump back and just to the crew be like, do not get on that pier. We need to let Babs, we got to let Babs know. There's something fucked with this pier.
Hearing that, do y'all think it would be helpful for me to get underwater and look at it, or should we just let Babs know?
That's a good idea, I think.
If you want to get a little further under,
it looks safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we know there's no like curse on it or anything.
Okay. So I guess I'll just go underwater and like look at it from that point of view.
Just be careful you don't bump into it. I don't want it crushing you.
Yeah, I won't touch it. I'll just kind of get next to it and take a look and see if like there's anything around it or anything that might explain what you felt.
Right. You swim under, and at first, the first thing you feel, you were raised in water, right? So you're very attuned to water quality, I assume. These are nice waters. Like, this is nice. That little chaos magic, that puts a little zip in the doodah. It's pretty nice. It's refreshing. And that's a nice feeling to have. Unfortunately, you look to the pier and it is as Danny described. It is falling apart. I assume we're going to go ahead and investigate the piers, like the hosts themselves.
Yeah, like maybe look at them from every angle, see if like I can visually see any explanation why they are the way they are, but try not to touch them so that I don't speed up any deterioration.
Okay. What ability skill are you using? Like, are you doing an investigate? Are you doing an arcana? What kind of thing are you doing here?
I guess investigate, because I don't really know what could be causing it for sure.
All right. Go ahead and roll that for me, please.
I got a 16.
A 16? All right. So it looks like you start kind of looking at it, and you first notice that the wood up top that you had been on is looked like it was, I don't know, some kind of building material. You're not a carpenter. You don't know, but it looked like a certain type of wood. However, the wood that's underneath looks like a different type of wood, which is weird to use. You're like, well, wouldn't they have used the same wood up top and below? So you start kind of looking a little closer, and you see what looks like a little bit of scraping on the bottom of the pier, and it looks like someone had taken the original legs off of the pier and had replaced these decrepit old posts. And your biggest question is, how were they even able to put posts that are so aged and ready to fall apart? How did they even muscle them into place? Like, you're honestly wondering how they didn't crumble while being handled, because they are in fact so in disrepair.
Okay, so I'll swim back up and report that to everybody.
I don't understand why somebody would. I get sabotaging a fair, but this could kill somebody. This is fucked up.
Something doesn't seem right.
I'm sorry, how do you understand them sabotaging a fair? Like, I mean, I
Oh
get
no! Like, all right, not the monster part, but
I get ruining everyone's good time, but why are they ruining this good time?
listen, IRL Danny has had a couple drinks, okay?
So
It's the only way I get the role play.
We should ask Babs. I thought that no one with like bad intentions could come into Cozy Cove.
I wonder if they're already here.
That's what they were saying before, that because of the barrier getting into the fair, they either had to have had a ticket or were already here type of thing. I
Is
just, I
Sativa
can't.
here with us?
She's preparing the boat.
I think we
I'm
should
gonna
go
say,
talk.
hey,
You do see her walking around, like, I don't have her. I'm gonna use Brownie real quick. You see her sporadically walking here and there, like getting things from her shop, going back over to the boat area. But like, you could probably yell for her if you really needed some NPC help. But she's not there with you.
Before we do that though, like I'm wondering if we want to figure out like who is in charge of maintenance or something, and see if because I don't know who would have that kind of access and skill to like replace the legs of a pier with a different set of like worse material, unless they're already kind of skilled at that. I don't know. What do y'all think?
You do have
Yeah.
someone. You do have someone in the water. It's a long shot, but she could try to do a skill ability of some sort to try and track if they were doing it in the water, because she would have an advantage being from the water. Hypothetically.
Didn't.
What do you think?
Sure.
Do you have what's like your survival, your nature skills?
+0. But you said it's with advantage.
It'd be with
Can I
advantage.
get Bardic?
You do have.
Can I get Bardic?
Yeah. You can do
Oh.
Bardic.
Sick.
I love bards.
Is yours a D6?
Should be
Yes,
D6,
question?
yeah.
Yep, 1d6.
Sweet. Thank you. Now I know how it feels when I give this out to people. Oh, I got nat 20. I didn't need a bardic.
Nice.
Hey!
I'll save that for later.
Not gonna lie, I was like, you're gonna need a 20 to freaking do this, but yeah, you could in theory do it. And you're like, alright, so I did the 20.
Hold my beer.
Alright. So you get back in the water. You kind of start thinking about this. And you do note that the pillar had been dug into the hole, like into the sand. So you look and you notice that it had been the beam that had been put in there had been sunk properly the way you would with, like, I don't know, magic concrete, I guess. And it looks like it was snapped, and this decrepit beam was kind of like shoved into place. Just, again, they weren't trying to make it a stable job. They were very much trying to not do that. So it was shoved in, and you can tell that the beams they took, well, those are quite nice beams that were originally used to hold up this pier. And you see a little bit of dragging, and you actually see some rocks. The bottom of the riverbed had been disturbed, and you can tell they had been resting in one place and shoved because of the way the moss has been scraped off of them. You can actually tell that while this person may have passed without a trace, the beams they carried to hide their destructive ways did not pass without a trace. And those beams actually form a bit of a trail that take you, come here, handy dandy pointer, that take from the boat launch. It actually goes back, which direction does it go? No, sorry, it goes this direction. If you follow along, it looks like they were dragged up into the woods and must have vanished somewhere into the woods. You're not sure where because you stopped tracking it at a certain point, but...
Can you tell which woods? Like the ones...
To the left or the right?
Oh, sorry. This way.
Okay. So by Freshwater Rivers Meet?
Yeah.
Those woods?
It looks like it didn't quite get to the meat part, but it came up probably around here, and then the beams got dragged or maybe abandoned. I assume that that Duana doesn't leave to search because I don't have a map for you to do so.
No, I just kind of see where it stopped and then I swim back to tell everybody about it. So they definitely jammed some very old beams in there, and I could see where they dragged them underwater over to these woods over there, and I point at them. I'm not sure what happened after that or who did it.
So they were dragged underwater.
That's what it looked like.
So either somebody got their hands on a water breathing potion, or like yourself can breathe underwater. Interesting.
Yeah.
Or hold their breath for a really long time.
Yeah. Do I know? Did it on my check? Could it tell like if the beams were dragged like together by two different people or by one person going back and forth, or would that be hard to tell?
You can't tell because the person used the same trajectories. You can't tell if it was multiple trips or not, but you can tell that it was two beams at a time. So
Okay, cool.
either he had them. I'm saying he because in my mind all bad people are fucking boys apparently, but whether it was they were stacked and carried, a stack in each arm or just multiple trips. But it looked like it was two at a time.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting, Danny.
Well, do we want to keep going along the coast, or do we want to go back and ask Babs about it? Or let her know, rather?
I wonder if you want to ask Sativa about any folks she might know that's capable of dragging two beams at a time underwater, both ways, up a stream.
I'm gonna let it go because you're new here.
Listen, it's not that hard to pick up on it.
She clocked your ass.
I mean, she's right there, Danny. I'm just saying. Someone's got to ask somebody about something. Sorry. Somebody's got to ask somebody about something. Could it be you?
Can I message? Is she far away? Can I? She's not that far away. I don't got a message. Can I just yell for Steve? Unless she's in the middle of something. What is happening?
See, they come in super big for no reason. I have to rescale them because this map is all messed up. All right. Yeah, just like that, Sativa shows up. She's a plume of smoke, and she's like, "Hey, how you guys doing? I just finished loading some meat and some beer and some fancy white sparkling wine onto the boat. How's the investigating going? How's this pier? I built it. I helped build it. It's awesome, right? I kicked this pier's ass, actually.
Sativa.
Funny you mentioned that.
You.
Because of how awesome it is. I did such a great job and you wanted to brag about it. You guys were just talking about how great it is and you're embarrassed that I showed up, huh?
I think you kicked the peer's ass, but then somebody else came in and unkicked the peer's ass.
Re-kicked it, I think.
But the top looks really nice.
But
the
they
top's
could
the
give
part I
out
did.
at any moment because somebody really fucked up the bottom.
Well, thankfully, my ego is fine because I only did the top part. But what do you mean someone put at the bottom? Howard did the bottom part. It should be great. He had to pour in magic concrete.
Whatever the original beams were that were there, somebody came in from underwater, swapped them out with these decrepit, barely staying together beams. I don't even know how they didn't disintegrate when they were being put in there. It's not safe to be stood on at all.
Your shit's falling apart, Sativa.
Sativa goes to the water and turns into a river otter and just jumps into the water.
Fuck, she got cuter. God damn it.
And just off she swims. She pops her head up out of the water, by the pier, and is starts playfully, it looks cute, but she's very pissed, and she's in sea otter form, river otter form, is slapping the water, what the hell, and just really mad.
Look at her, she's trying to talk, guys.
She's just and because they're animals and animals can all understand each other in this world, Pockets obviously can hear it clear as day, and he's just they're having a whole conversation now. I don't know what otters sound like. They bark. I don't know.
That was close.
Yeah, she swims back, pushes out of the water, morphs back into herself, flips her purple hair out of the way. She's like, "Who the fuck did that?"
You did say Howard did something.
No, he put in steel beams. They were literally steel beams that he made, and he wrapped a bunch of wooden beams around them to make them look natural aesthetic because of Babs, but he wanted to make sure they were of sturdy construction. He put in this special metal that he spent all this time blacksmithing to make these super strong reinforced beams to make sure nothing could melt them, including jet fuel.
Including jet fuel. Who could have, whoever did this, pulled the beams, dragged them underwater down the river south of here? Who could have done that? Do you know?
Do it a time.
Under the water, no less.
Underwater.
Yeah.
Who's strong enough?
Those are so big. You guys should go have to. I don't know how heavy those beams were, but Howard's a hulking dude. You guys, anyone who was at the festival would have seen Howard at the Let Me Ask You a Question Axe Throwing booth. He is in fact a hulking, huge, muscular dude. He struggled to muscle these things into place. So who would have been strong enough to do this? And Sativa's generally I guess you could use magic to make things lighter, right? What's that old thing that the witches used to do? Light as a feather, stiff as a board, or something like that? Mm-hmm. Did they do that?
Well, no, because you could see the drag marks, right? So they I guess lighter.
It would be well.
Water does
not
change
much
though.
if you could still see it.
What is strong? And she kind of looks at the two druids. She looks at, well, she's a druid too, but looks at Thistle and she's do you think some sort of they could have turned into an animal and dragged it? Maybe a bear? A bear could have dragged those beams.
Underwater though.
Oh right, underwater. I don't know. She looks
Would
at
it be under?
See, are there bears in the water? Are there water bears?
Water bears? Maybe water bear or shark with arms? I don't know. I don't think I'm helping here, but
it's possible.
Aren't things sometimes easier to carry underwater?
That's true.
I'm a druid. I don't know physics.
I grew up underwater, and gravity's a little different.
So maybe that's what it is. Because Howard. Well, yeah. Now that I think about it, Howard dragged him up into the water, and then he got him under the water, and he was like, "Damn it!" Because obviously they sunk, but then he got him up. He got him under there pretty easily. So maybe they aren't as hard to get underwater.
Still doesn't explain. Yeah, they got him out of the water onto the land. They still had to use some kind of magic or super extra strength, but
that's still
go ahead.
Go ahead.
We did one outside the water, but what could we do? Another Arcana check,
Oh, you're right. We did do one already.
Yeah, you had the detect magic. I mean, it's up for 10 minutes, right? I think.
Yeah, but the detect Arcana also involves can do lore stuff and magic items, not as opposed to just a spell. I don't know if that would be helpful actually. It's supposed to something maybe history or anyone have high investigation.
So lore,
actually, I don't know if that's useful.
Yeah, lore, I probably couldn't help with much of that, but
no, never mind. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, because it's a good idea. It's just I would keep that in mind for other portions of investigations because that's very good thinking.
I mean, not to sound like a dick, how well do you know Howard?
I mean, he's been married to Babs for a long time, and he helped buy this town and helped contribute. He did help contribute to the barrier magic. Admittedly, you've got a point there. He would have been exempted from the magic being a member of Cozy Cove, so there's that. I'll give you that. But also, Howard's kind of terrified of his wife, and I don't know if he'd do anything to piss her off. And also, he doesn't want to have to repair the pier, and I think we all know if I'm taking you guys out on the boat and she's retired, we all know who's fixing that pier. It's Howard. So if he messes it up, he just made more work for himself.
Sativa, has there been any other adventures or anyone suspicious looking?
I mean, we've had adventurers come in, but I mean, a lot of them have they've come in, they've come out. We've got some more adventurers coming in, who are gonna, be exploring things just like you guys. But I mean, it's been pretty calm. It's been all hands on deck for the Sourberry Festival to help, that be successful. And then Babs got this wild hair up her ass for this fish festival thing, and here we all are. I mean, I'm surprised someone even had time to sabotage it. I'm really surprised that Howard even had time to put the pier in.
When was the pier put in?
That was put in early this morning.
Today. So between this morning and now, it was sabotaged?
Yeah, well, I mean, he put in the pier, I saw him this morning. I was hungover, but I saw him this morning dragging the beams over, and then he put them in, and then I went over with my coffee to help nail in some boards. I may have oversold how much I help at the pier, but I did help. And, yeah. I mean, he had it built a couple hours before you guys got here. That means someone did this in the past couple of hours.
Yeah. What time? What time is it? Do we have a time?
It's like, what, afternoonish?
Should we try?
Could he have been mind controlled or persuaded to do it somehow magically?
Where is Howard? Yeah. Speaking of.
He's over at Slingin' Heat Blacksmithing. And if you listen closely, you hear the sound of a blacksmithy hammer.
You said that the wood that was replaced was like rotting. Do we know what kind of wood it was? Like where that kind of wood could be found?
It looked like it was probably like rotted logs from the woods.
Just random.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Like it could have been artificially rotted, but just from the investigation, it just looks like it was these log beams from the woods that were just literally rotting and falling apart.
I mean, I reckon we go pay visit to Howard if y'all are up for it.
That works for me.
Yeah. Should we check any other piers while we're at it? Or should we go straight to Howard?
Another one?
Yeah, it might be a good idea to see if there's any other sabotage going on, or since this is so new, somebody could still be out there trying to sabotage more.
There is that pier up by the blacksmithing place, so we can kind of kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Works for me.
So you guys are gonna head up to one of the piers by the blacksmithing place?
Yeah.
And there's a few piers. You have over here is where you have like the larger boats would be docked and shipping off. Here's where it's more like canoes and fishing boats and whatnot. It's like a saltwater river where it meets here and becomes like a salt freshwater situation. Is anyone here familiar with Lake Pontchartrain outside of New Orleans? Anyone? No.
Little bit.
I've seen it, I think.
Cool.
Maybe.
Cool. It's a huge lake, and it's got like a saltwater freshwater mixture in it. Anyways, it's like a little Lake Pontchartrain over here, which matters because Sativa has a lot of grow house operations, and she also raises crawfish right here.
Ooh,
Delicious.
Yeah,
nice.
because Sativa, like me, loves crawfish. And yes, you guys are over here, and you guys do see Howard is working on yet another big steel beam for some piers. I don't know how to make blacksmithing sounds.
All right, I guess I'll do it.
I can do fire.
Kind of. What's that? Oh my god. In that case, I don't want to go up.
You don't just keep map gas torches laying around? Alright, just me?
I mean, I have a lighter. Does that count? Yeah, so I guess Danny will kind of go up. Is there a door? Is it just open?
It's an open area. Let me grab his NPC real quick.
Alright, cool.
He's gonna be giant. Give him a sec.
He's a god.
He's gonna stay giant just to make sure you stay terrified of this giant man slinging a giant hammer.
Those pecs, I mean, I'm not,
Right? So, like, he's older. He's definitely, like, an older man, and he is still fucking ripped. Like, these are muscles that are used frequently. He had a long life of adventuring. He had a long hobby life of blacksmithing. And now he's retired, but he still stays very fit. Because he doesn't get days off. He's got a wife.
Okay.
He's a good husband. He does what he is told when he is told to do it.
Alright, then noticing this giant hulk of an older dude. Cautiously, with a giant hammer, apparently.
And flaming
Cautiously,
hot metals.
yeah, this is gonna be great. Cautiously approaches. Wait, do they have a last name? What's her last name? Do they have a last
Fletcher.
name? Fletcher.
Fletcher. Like
Excuse-
Jessica Fletcher
Mr.
from Murray, She Wrote. Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't have a last name, so I just use Fletcher until I have to publish and actually pick out official names. So
Perfect. So loud enough that she could be heard over the clanging. Like, Mr. Fletcher?
did you
What?
just call me Mr. Fletcher?
Maybe. How? Mr.
Bud.
Howard?
Howard's
Alright.
fine. You can just call me Howard. I'm retired.
Cool. Question for you. So that, yeah, I'm sorry. You got a second? I see you keep hammering.
Sure, go ahead.
Can I?
Just show this giant hammer.
Hi, Howard. The pier on the southeast side.
I just put that in. It's nice work, isn't it? Did Sativa tell you she built it? She didn't. She put in 3 boards. Don't let her tell you that she built that pier. She put in like 3 boards. I built that pier. It's a good pier, huh? I did good work.
It's good.
Beautiful, and I'm sure it was great, but someone messed with it. The posts have been removed, the steel posts, and now they're rotting wood.
You see his fist clench, and when he does, the hammer warps and bends.
I'm just gonna kind of like push Thistle behind, like back a little bit.
The hammer falls. Again, handle completely bent now, not usable. So what do you mean the pier I just put in is damaged?
The beams, yeah, they're kind of fucked up a bit. Marigold, somebody fucking talk.
Hi.
Yeah, and it's
Oh, you go. I'm sorry. My name's Joanna. We haven't met before, but I went underwater and I looked at them, and it looked like somebody drug them over there and maybe drug out the old ones and jammed them in there. They're barely staying together. It is not structurally sound.
And so we know, because we know that you do such incredible work, that obviously this is nothing that you did, right? So we're just trying to figure out who in the world would have had the audacity, utter gall, go in and sabotage your incredible work, right? Also, hi, Madrigal of the Minnows. We were talking to your wonderful partner, Babs, and she asked us to take a peek, and so we're just really trying to figure out, who could have done this, and how we can bring them to justice, such as it were. Most importantly, make sure that your good work is not so besmirched.
That's a good word, besmirched. I like that.
Besmirched.
No,
Jeez, so much.
Magical for not having an ability to read has got a wicked vocabulary. She's been dropping vocab words this whole session.
Listen, people say she knows a lot of songs from High Elves, and they be saying some shit in their songs. They be saying shit like besmirched.
They do.
And
Vel, when are you going to teach Magical
Draggle.
some of your high elf music?
Yeah, Vel knows. Actually,
Right, Vel?
Yeah, me word good.
He goes, how many other piers? Have you looked at the rest of the piers? Is it just that one? He looks pissed. Like, he looks pissed.
We're on it. We haven't checked yet.
We can, though.
We figured we wanted to let y'all know about that one, but we were on our way to check the others, because they're right here, so...
He picks up his hammer, bends it back to how it was, and goes,
Oh,
all right, let's go look at those piers then.
alright, that sounds good.
Pacify person on him.
Calm emotions? Anybody? Calm emotions?
He's still wearing his big like leather apron. He got the big old hammer. And he's like, yeah, let's go look. And he's not pleased. As I assume you guys are leading the way, because he's ready to go. Like he's walking towards a pier.
Okay.
Absolutely. After you, sir.
As he does this, Babs is leaning out a window and she's like, oh, he's using it as a weapon again. That's not good. Goes back to cooking. Guys have come to the first of the piers. What are you guys going to do when you arrive? This is one of the ones that's actually angled to help them launch into the saltwater section. So basically these are all designed to catch the currents as they go, because they were helped put in by druids and people who understand the land. So these are very carefully put in to respect the flow of the river. And the one closest to you actually helps launch into the river that goes very far downstream to the right hand side. Or sorry, if you were facing it, so to the this is where stage directions would come in.
Just want to do a quick perception check to see if anything above the water is off. Or
okay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
8 plus 5 is 13, right?
Everything looks fine.
Also doing?
It looks like a recently constructed pier, but this one does look like it was constructed maybe a day or two ago.
Y'all want to try underwater again?
Duana, can you check it out?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and swim. Should I check the one further out or the one closest to the shore first?
I guess the one we're at.
Okay. Would that be another investigation?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Well,
Pretty
actually,
cathartic if you need it.
I guess
Yeah.
we only need investigation if you see actual damage. You don't need investigation to like see if it's a problem.
Okay.
This first one actually looks great. It is. You actually see the design that Sativa had mentioned, where it's obviously a very sturdy steel beam, the ones you saw him working on earlier, that has been encased in thick, sturdy, well-constructed beams or wooden boards to make it look like a nice squared beam that's sunk into the ground, but it's actually reinforced with that metal sunk in a good ways. No sign of damage, just a little bit of like that little bit of like water scuzz you get, on stuff. But that's it.
Okay. Can I swim out to the one a little bit further and take a peek at that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over there, you do see the waters are a little choppier over there. So it's the water's a little rougher, and they slap up against the pier a little more. And the wood does not look as new. They did tell you this is an older pier. It's like probably one of the older ones they have. But it does not look to be damaged in any way. It just looks to be a little older. Maybe could use some updating, but is not been damaged.
Do I need to investigate for any signs of sabotage, or do you think that's okay? That
you're welcome to if you want.
Okay.
I'm basing these assessments on your passive perception and passive investigation. So.
Okay. Which one are people more likely to be fishing on? The one close to the shore?
It'll depend on what kind of fish they're going for. The far side is more saltwater. The closer side is more freshwater.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do. If it's okay to do an investigation just for sabotage,
Sure.
For the one that I'm near. Okay. Is this just a flat roll?
Yeah, I think you have a +0 for investigation. So.
I do. I got 11, but I can roll a bardic, and that was a 3, so that's a 14.
All right. You don't really see any signs of sabotage. You see some foot traffic that goes to the house that's on this side of the bank, which seems perfectly normal. But you don't notice any actual sabotage, just what looks like normal wear and tear. It looks like whoever uses this pier probably uses it fairly often. If you rolled a little higher, I could probably give you some super specific like details of the person who lives in that house, but no
That's
sabotage
okay.
is evident.
Okay. I guess, is it okay to be thorough and do an investigation check on the other one for sabotage?
Sure. You're welcome
Okay.
to.
I have another cat that just brought me this toy.
Aww.
I see a claw.
I can't play right now, buddy.
No.
I'm playing a different game. I got 11 on that one.
All right, and much the same. You don't see any signs of destruction or sabotage. It's a little bit newer of a pier than the other one, and but yeah, no actual sabotage or damage has been done. Do you convey that to the rest of the gang?
Yeah, come back out and tell everybody that. It doesn't look like the other piers at all as far as the construction, and as far as I can tell, I didn't see any sabotage.
And why just the one?
I think Madrigal's gonna ask Howard, so the way I kind of see it, either somebody really needed some steel reinforced wood, or they really wanted to sabotage this upcoming festival. Do you happen to know of anyone, first of all, maybe who would have wanted that sort of material but didn't want to pay for it, or who really does not like the idea of this festival? And I guess sort of on top of that, sorry, I know there's 3 questions, is who, like yourself, would be strong enough to actually, know of anyone who'd be strong enough to actually do this kind of work, aside from you? Any apprentices or anyone in the area that you know of?
I don't know who would be strong. I mean, I don't know who's as strong as I am. I am pretty strong. He's like, okay, you asked a lot of questions. What was the first one?
Yeah, sorry. First one was, do you know of anybody who would want this? Because from what we gather, this is sort of special material, right? Because you had the metal, and then around it you had this sort of wood situation.
So
And
you're
that
thinking,
seems like
someone who would want those materials.
Yeah, because from what we could tell, it looks like they dragged that into the woods near to the pier. They didn't just like burn them, they didn't just like set it off to float down the river or something. They dragged it away onto land.
There's those people who are trying to do the Sweet Nut Festival. I bet it was them.
Why?
The what?
The Sweet Nut Festival. You guys have heard of it, right?
No.
Yeah, so the sweet nut and the something meat. What the?
Yeah. You recall.
Yeah, I don't remember the other one.
The people in charge of the Sweet Nut Festival?
Yeah. I mean, we were all thinking they could have been behind the Sourberry Sabotage, and I know they get pretty jealous. I know that town's pretty jealous of our ability to put together a festival so fast. They have been mighty jealous of us. So they've been trying to get that stupid Sweet Nut Festival off the ground for nigh on a decade now. It's stupid. No one thinks that's funny. Sweet Nut.
Why can't we just enjoy all the festivals?
Sure. We should all enjoy more festivals, but some festivals are dumb.
Okay.
And if they're the ones sabotaging us, then their sweet nuts are going to become crushed nuts.
You know what? I believe you, Howard. I really do. I think if anybody we're gonna, crush
Some nuts.
Have y'all told Babs yet?
it'd be you. But
Speaking of nut crushers, have you told Babs?
Not yet.
No, just sativa.
Maybe Sativa will tell Babs and we'll all be spared. And Sativa from like around the corner goes, "Not on your life!"
why do you think they'd want these materials? Do you think it would be just for purposes of sabotage, or would they actually want to use it for something else?
I mean, it's not like they have a lot of money. They could have been just trying to take it because they don't have money. Or they could be trying to sabotage us because they're jealous.
That's true, yeah.
Or both.
I don't know how they would have gotten
I mean,
here.
it's true. I would much rather have pie than nuts. I'm just...
Exactly. I would always rather have pie than nuts. Danny, you're so red.
Danny, you're like a strawberry. Are you feeling okay?
This is worse than Peg the Pirate.
Danny's dead.
Someone cast Revivify on me.
Yeah.
Wait, good thing we have a cleric.
Your wounds.
Oh god, I'm crying. I'm an adult, I swear.
Lies.
Have you all ever had a sweet nut before?
It's that I have.
Pockets is rolling around laughing.
This is going off the rails.
Oh.
Oh god.
I'm new here, so I haven't had that or a sourberry pie. But I think I'd rather have a pie too.
Tawana, you ain't missing nothing, trust me.
It's always pie over sweet nuts.
Oh no.
On that note.
Howard's like, Babs is gonna be so pissed. You don't.
Let's go tell her.
Oh, she's gonna blame this on hogwash somehow. She's gonna find a way to blame it on that guy.
I mean, is there a way he could have
I
broken
don't know
through
how he's
that
not that
barrier?
smart. He can't even read. Like he's been trying.
Hold on there.
He's like, no. He's been trying to learn how to read for like 6 years now. I think he's just dumb.
Yeah, I think he's dumb too.
Yeah, Imag's like, oh well, he might just be dumb then.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Like he's had expensive tutors. Like,
Howard, I know that you're the strongest man in our where we are.
Cozy Cove.
Know that. Cozy Cove, thank you. I know you're the strongest man in Cozy Cove. Yep. Look at those guns. Incredible, yeah. Now, is there anyone who nears or approaches your prowess where it comes to, ability to drag steel-reinforced beams down a riverbed and into the woods?
Underwater.
Underwater.
well, let's see. There's a couple of the invincible icons. There's that big one, that big orc fella. He's a strong one.
They did book it afterwards.
Yeah. Then there's Nope, he's not in Cozy Cove yet. Just kidding. I was like, oh, there's another NPC. Just kidding. He's not in Cozy Cove yet. There will be an orc who's obsessed with fancy tea who is that strong, but he is not here yet. He kind of thinks like there's a, those farmers, some of them are stronger than they look. Maybe, water does make things lighter. So maybe, although steel is steel, no matter how you look at it. I'm sure there are people strong enough to do it, and they could use magic or whatever to try and help them, I'm sure, but who? It's a long list, because at the end of the day, any of these people could hire someone. I mean, you could mind control a bear and get the bear to do it. That's what I would probably do, if I had magic and a bear.
Yeah, but they'd have to put the beams back in. They'd have to be pretty smart to do that.
Well, if you're mind controlling the bear, all you gotta do is be as smart as you need to be. You're just, using the bear as a tool at that point.
But it happened like right after you guys built that pier.
That feels personal.
I'm just saying it was a very short amount of time.
Well,
like in between.
And if you get a little frisky, decide you want to take out my pier, you're the newest ones to town.
I'm trying to. Never mind. I'm not trying to do nothing.
You know what? Never mind. Fuck your pier.
Nope. Mm-mm.
If we had done it,
yeah, go right ahead.
If we had done it, why would we come here to tell you about it?
I don't think you did it. I'm just saying. I'm pissed. That's a lot of work down the drain. Had to listen to Sativa go on and on about how she was totally building this pier all by herself.
If you ever find bird marks on the pier, then come straight for us. But until then, it definitely wasn't a...
Well, god damn it.
That tracks.
What are we going to do about this? When Babs finds out, she's going to throw a conniption.
Should we find out more information before we go and tell her? So she can have the conniption specifically at the responsible one.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to go fix the damn pier. And he kind of, stomps off grumpy husband style. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to fix the problem before she finds out what the problem, or she's going to be even more angry about it. Fix it,
Does
damn.
anyone have some sort of, spell that they can use to... I'm thinking, a CCTV spell, where, if he does fix the pier, can someone, maybe it's just one of us, watching, right? Because, what if they just come right back and, do it again? Can someone cast CCTV?
A CCTV major image and just...
You feel like pockets hang out over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to get destroyed then.
If he just sits and doesn't touch anything.
I really like to leave pockets alone. Something usually happens. And that something usually isn't good. But...
I have the message cantrip. So if you wanted, I could sit there, I could hide around there, and then if something happens, use the message cantrip to get you all there immediately. Or, I don't know.
Howard turns back around, he's like, did the bard just suggest you split the party? When someone is strong enough to lift those beams is wandering around causing destruction, the squishy suggested you split the party.
Oi, listen, yeah? Listen, Howard, look, I've got fucking, what's it called? Holy words, okay? Do you know what that range on that is? 60 feet, yeah? So, all I'm saying is, I can take him.
I'll just smite him with words.
Yeah. And also, you'll be there, Howard, for the most part, and then I'll just be there, hiding. Really, where's the safest place, right? With you, right?
He is heavy.
Also, this is the party thing. I'm just trying to figure out, and also there's no guarantee that they would even do this twice in a row, right? So it might just be it might not be useful.
I think we should check out the rest of the piers to make sure no one else can get hurt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Before we go to Babs?
I heard someone say something. What?
I said before we go to Babs, or... Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing about checking out the pier. Do we just have those ones by the horse stable left?
I see 4 of them.
Oh, okay. I see. I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm down to... That makes sense to me. It's a good idea.
So you guys are gonna head over and explore this set of piers next?
Yeah.
All right. Once you arrive, you do notice that these are very much not tampered with. These, as well as there's also this one up here, these all seem to be so heavily monitored and used that tampering would be a fool's mission. They are in high residency areas. This is not the place you'd be tampering with piers, especially when you have the Cozy Cove Inn is right here. You're not going to be messing with these piers. It's also where you have a lot of like the larger ships when they're bringing their small ships in. They come in this area, so they're in high use. And then
Even the one that's all the way up.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one that's very high, frequently used, more for fishermen in the area use this one really often. There's actually a fisherman that lives in this house here. So
then there's just that one left.
Do we want to go check out the one that's further away?
Yeah.
and this one is a old pier. It looks to be, in fact, the oldest one in Cozy Cove. It is not, I mean, you could use it as a boat launch. If you really wanted to use it as like a canoe launch, you could, but this is just a pier you use to put a canoe and tie it with some rope. This is an old pier. This is a pier you sit on, you put your feet in the water, and you think about the world. This is the kind of pier you might smoke a little weed or drink a little drink on, but you're not doing heavy duty stuff. You might throw a fishing line into the water, but this is a small private use pier. It's not meant to be used for any sort of like major boat or anything. It's just a small personal pier. You could almost see this being in the pier in someone's backyard.
So is the one that was damaged the only one that people would use to get into Cozy Cove if they were coming from out of town?
People would use any of these piers, depending on where they came from and what their preferences were. And the fishing competition, they'll be able to go through any of these waters. And part of y'all's task is to check how many fish and like what the fishing activities in each area.
I'm gonna do a perception check real quick, see if there's anything off around the pier.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20.
It's 14.
Okay. Other than the fact that it's a small personal looking pier, nothing really stands out to you. You do notice that the fish seem very active in this area. It seems like a very active area with a lot of fish, which is surprising because the Cozy Cove Inn has this water wheel behind it, and sometimes that would sometimes that would add to the flow and make fish not want to be in the area. But the area by that pier actually seems to be teeming with fish.
Good to know.
So do we
Fish, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask if we know if there were. No, we did do that check. Sorry, I was gonna ask if we know if there were any fish by the bad pier.
Yeah, well,
I think
by
there
the
were,
bad
right?
pier you checked. The other piers you did not.
There were 6 different types of fish by the first pier.
Yeah.
If you want to roll in
90%.
nature, you can check on that.
I want to roll a nature.
You'd roll it at
think I'm-
advantage because you can physically tell that the fish are teeming in the area.
I mean, I got a +6 to nature. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it's at advantage too, so.
All right, grab another. Fuck it. Using that one. 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay. You are able to definitely see some fish. Go ahead and roll the d20 once more for me, please.
Near 10.
All right. Go ahead and also roll the percentile.
I didn't have that one out.
Yeah.
Never use that one.
I know, I'm a true dice goblin trying to make sure we use all of our dice.
30.
Okay, so you were able to physically see 10 different kinds of fish, 30 of which make excellent fish fry. Some of the other ones might not be as good for frying up, either because of their size or because of the way they taste. But you do see quite a few fish that can be fried up and be quite tasty. And there are obviously a lot more than 10 fish, but you're able to easily see and identify 10 of them, 30 of which are fully deliciously edible.
30% or 30
30%.
fish?
30%
Okay,
of
30%.
the 10 types of fish. And Danny, I'm just going to go ahead and say none of them at the freshwater area were catfish.
Damn.
Yeah. So Danny
Rude.
likes catfish for some reason because she's gross. And I hate catfish. I literally was like, I'm gonna make a fish fry festival where the loser bad guys are people who make catfish, and that's my intention. Spoilers. And then Bobby's like, Danny's like, yo, I like catfish, and I'm like, wow, I really thought we were like gonna be friends here.
Sorry. sorry, Cajun catfish. I can't. It's delicious.
I can't do catfish. It's so gross. So you guys have discovered some fish in the area. I know that Thistle has to get off soon, which is unfortunate. But
I think I also have to.
Yeah, I wanted us to be able to wrap here. Everyone is good with 2 weeks from today, correct? For our next session? Okay.
Yes.
So you guys have found several kinds of fish. You don't see any tampering at this pier. Whether it's because it's just kind of... yes, as you can get to it, but like if you were coming in from out of town, you wouldn't be this far into the back part of the cove. Like you would have been at the front where all of the other boats dock. If you came in from the woods, you would have gone to any other piers. This is one that pretty much only people in the know in Cozy Cove, locals or people who know locals, use this spot to fish. Like this is like the secret fishing hole, you know? So this seems to be like a quiet place that has had... that whoever is sabotaging might not even know about. Whereas the one pier that's like really easy to see even from outside the boundary line, you can kind of see this boat launch point because it's right there. So you can definitely assume that might be part of the issue, is that it was just so easy to get to.
I feel like next time we might have to check out the houses that are kind of around that area too.
Yeah.
Well, you also might learn more when you're in the boats too. Like when you're in the boat too, like there's a lot that you guys might learn.
It does seem like it would be someone not from Cozy Cove then if they sabotage the most easily accessible place.
Yeah, if they don't know about like the little hideaway or whatever, hidden ones.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll stop here. You guys can pontificate on who you think did it. If you think it was the sweet nuts, or if you think it was the cultist, or yeah.
Or Howard. No.
Or Howard, yeah. Could be.
All right.
Yeah, and I will have the recap posted probably next week-ish, and same for the video. So I'll post those links if you guys want. This is not me saying please read my blog. This is me saying if you want to read the recap, you can. There is no pressure, but if you do, there might be a whole comment this and get a free reroll. So if your rolls suck, there's an advantage there. And if you have any questions,
they are
let me
fun.
know. And as always, we have stars and wishes. If you have any stars from the session or a wish you have for a future session, you can tell me, DM me, carrier pigeon me. I don't really care. If you have anything you'd like to see. Otherwise, I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank
I will
you.
talk to you guys later. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Later, Rob.
Bye.
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 All right, that was Chaos Crew in Cozy Cove at Session 1, meeting Madrigal, meeting Duana, and it seemed to be pretty fun. We got to introduce another puppet to the gang, which is very exciting, and all in all, it was a really fun session. They're really diving into the mysteries of it all, and it's a lot of fun for me. If it's a lot of fun for you, stick around. You can subscribe or just keep an eye on the page, whatever. It's your choice, no pressure. If you didn't enjoy this video, go find something else. YouTube's got a lot of really fun videos. Go check those out. And yeah, if you did enjoy it, stick around. There'll be a playlist somewhere of this group, or you can check out other groups that are also doing fun stuff in the world. The players are actually in one world, so it's kind of fun to check out. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Go play some D&D. Bye!